Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Okay, let's get our co host set up. Welcome. Hey, Stephen's in the house. This is a community space. And hey, welcome. Ron, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Indra. How are you?
Amazing today on this beautiful day, and excited to talk about the power of community spirit. This is exciting.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it, no doubt. I think it's going to be
Absolutely
great. But it's going to be great. I know it is.
Okay, and everybody is starting to arrive. Welcome. We have Lance and Karen in the house. Oh my gosh, Ron.
Oh,
So exciting.
exactly.
We get two for the price of one, right?
Exactly. And we get invaluable, messages from both, and it's just great. I love it.
You're absolutely great contributors to the community. So thank you so much, guys. So this is a great time to tweet out the space, everybody. We are truly going to have some fun in this space. What we do now is a little thing that, once you tweet out the space towards the end of the show, Ron is going to choose somebody and we're going to highlight your profile and read out a little bit about you from your profile and share it with the community, because you never know who may resonate with you and want to connect. So it's just our way of saying thank you.
Absolutely. And Indra, did you notice down below we have the chat option?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. How long did we have that for? And I did not see it. Okay. Everybody, get into the chat DMs. Stat. This is exciting, everyone. We can have like a little chat. And in fact, I'm going to start this party off. This is super exciting. I'm just going to put great to have the. Oh, look, why is it so hard to speak at time?
I know,
the chat option. And yes, smiley faces. Tweeting that out. Hey, everybody, have fun exploring the chat option. I'm excited for you guys to have a play with that. And do hit the little blue button at the bottom of the screen, and that tweets out the space. And if you want, you don't even have to say anything or type anything. Just tweet it out and share it with the universe. So that is super exciting. Okay, so let's just type. Okay, so I'm tweeting out the space now.
Excellent. Nice to see Stephen and Dr. M, of course, Lance, and I see new faces, and I'm just excited, and I think it's going to be a great space, like always, of course.
Absolutely.
And I've told you before, Indra, that I became a member of the Vibe Tribe because these community spaces were so inclusive, and I felt so, I didn't feel judged. I felt very accepted, and that's why it says I've stayed, with the Vibe Tribe.
Love it. Love that feedback. And here we are talking about today the power of community spirit. So because it is a community space, guys, if you want to come up early and start requesting the mic, we want to hear your voices from the community, new voices, old voices, everybody. Just come on in and let's chat it up. Okay, so, and I'm still typing.
Oh yeah,
But yes,
hard to talk. It's hard to talk and type at the same time. I know, but yes, if you'd like to request the mic, please do. Because here we go. All right. All right.
okay.
We want to hear your voices. Definitely.
Absolutely, we do. That's what we're doing in the community space.
Rev's in here. Rev's in the house.
Okay, let me get Rev up here. Oh, actually, Rev, can you get Rev in and then I'll upgrade him in
Sure.
a second? Because I'm still typing the live
Of
tweet,
course.
getting the tweet out that everybody, we are live here in the house, which is super exciting. All right. One more thing I just want to type, which is the Positivity Vibe Tribe, of course. Okay, done. I am back. You guys have my full focus. Okay. Rev, let me grab you and add you to the co-host list. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I see loads of wonderful people here. Welcome, Art Inspired, Dr. Babesh, of course, Stephen. Request the mic anytime, Stephen, you want to come up. Welcome, Dr. M. Rev, are you having technical difficulties? it's kind of, yeah, he's might be trying to connect. And hey, Kevin is here. Driven Mindsetter is here. Hey, everybody, this is wonderful to see you. Tina, Gratitude Junkie, so many people. Javier.
Hello, Sherry. Sorry.
Loving it, loving it.
Loving it, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. And this topic on the power of community.
Right. I'm excited about this topic. I think it's a lot we can cover with this.
Absolutely. Rev, I'm just resending that to you because something strange was going on with your co-host request. Let's hope that one works. But yeah, no, I think we are just so truly blessed with this community here. And so I wanted to talk about the spirit of community. There he is. Welcome, Rev. Let's see. Have you got the mic, Rev? Or are you still having technical difficulties getting uploaded into the platform here? But it's all good. It's all good. Oh, wow. Lance is already on it. Wow. Tweeted out the space.
Excellent.
Loving it. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody else who is tweeting out the space. Love it. Thank you. Art Inspired is already, wow. Everybody is on it today. I am loving this. And Gratitude Junkie already, wow, well ahead of the game. And so is Stephen. Stephen already tweeted out the space. Thank you so much. Really appreciate everybody sharing the space. Love it. Oh, we got Pooja doing it, and she's not even in the space. Oh, there she is. No, she just jumped in.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. All these people are doing it, and I'm getting some notes from people in the DMs saying that they are crazy busy at work and they're trying to get an earbud in.
That one earbud.
Actually, let me see.
Right.
Okay, I think, oh, okay. It looks like they did join.
Excellent.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, so even if you're having a crazy busy day at work, we are truly blessed. And it looks like more people are sending DMs, getting into the space, but they're unable to speak. So guys, this is so much fun with this chat feature. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for setting off the first chat. Lance is in there. Oh, of course, Rev is already in there. Okay, so he's a little bit crazy busy, but Rev is here in spirit, and we love it. All right, everybody. I'm just going to say hello to Karen, but to Lance. Okay, just putting that in the chat. Guys, have fun with this chat feature. It's down the bottom of the page. On the right-hand side, you're going to see that little face in there. Check that out and write some comments to us, ask us questions, and just get to know everybody in the space. Like, talk amongst yourselves. This is just so cool and so much fun. and welcome to the new people that have just joined the space. As mentioned before, Dan is in New York City. Hello from New York City, and thank you for joining us. What a blessing. He is on the move. Was in California yesterday,
Oh,
and
wow.
now, in New York City. Whoa, so much fun. Love that everybody is so on the move nowadays.
Absolutely.
So, to the new people, welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe, and we're talking about the power of community spirit. Truly amazing. And then we're inviting people up to the speaker panel, and very soon we're going to kick off the discussion. If you just joined, please tweet out the space and invite more people into the room. And let's just have a quick cruise up into the nest, shall we? Since thank you so much for posting that up there. We actually have the first post up there is our partners, Bunsen and Beaker. Don't forget to check out their community of positivity. If you are into pets and science, they have a wonderful couple of spaces, at least 2 spaces, Tuesday evenings and Saturday evenings, and then there's a bonus one today, which is actually posted up in the nest. So check that out. And then I'm super excited to announce the exclusive Super Followers VIP Club that is open now and is a monthly paid subscription to exclusive content. And we just had our first VIP kickoff Twitter space with our wonderful super followers. Thank you so much to the super followers. I see some in the space. And that was loads of fun. And it was basically an AMA, ask me anything about my modeling career, my TV hosting career, my producing in film and television. It also led into my project management work and my consulting, working for international companies and traveling the world. And then it ended up actually on a nutritional, healthy note, sharing some ideas that my mum's a nutritionist. And so some of the things that I've grown up with. So it was actually quite a journey, and I'm super excited about growing the super followers and offering more and more exclusive content. Especially, we've been releasing slowly exclusive video content on a first off basis. So that is the super followers. Okay, and then the next thing is up in the nest, join our amazing community. If you're not already a member, and I'm looking at this room and I see most of the people in this room are already members. So thank you so much for being a member in the community. And if you aren't a member, send me a DM or Ron, and we'd be happy to send you a private invitation. And then also up in the nest is our sponsor for the show, Wordsmith Pakistan. So thank you so much to Wordsmith Pakistan. We love and appreciate you. And if anybody needs any help with their visual needs, content creation for any of their media platforms, reach out to Wordsmith Pakistan. And then I think we're going to have also our, Ron, if you could also add the very first post is actually the link to my YouTube video. I think you've got to hit the thread to bring it down. And then we'll have a link to my YouTube video, which has the channel has amazing interviews with incredible people and more coming up. I'm actually interviewing some amazing people in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. And then also there's guided meditations, guided affirmations, and then there's also like some lessons that I'm learning on my life's journey that I share. And all of these videos are 10 minutes and under, except, okay, the chakra interview, the chakra guided meditation is 20 minutes because it's all the energy channels. So a little bit more involved, but it is well worth your time. So guys, do check that out. All right. So let's do an official start to the show, and then we are going to chat with our amazing community. All right. So Hello, everyone who's just onboarded this space craft. Positivity Vibe Tribe, warm welcome to everyone. I'm Indra Bartona, a producer in the film and television industry and a TV host. Originally from the Gold Coast, Australia, lived in London for several years, now based in Los Angeles. A little bit of background on Positivity Vibe Tribe. I started my YouTube channel in June last year with a positive vibe lifestyle theme, and Positivity Vibe Tribe became my personal brand. Positivity Vibe Tribe Twitter Spaces is a natural evolution to bridge the gap between all social media platforms and bring them to life with conversations about living a positive life. The topics that we talk about in PVT Spaces are on abundance mindset, self-care, gratitude, mindfulness, law of attraction, meditation, affirmations, and so much more. I'm joined by my co-host today, Rev Mac Live, who's a social audio guru, and of course, Ron Perry, who's also the moderator for our wonderful community. He's the chief moderator now because we have 3 new members. So exciting. And he's also a musician and podcaster. So, welcome everybody to this amazing community chat. Ron, let's kick off this space. What are your first thoughts about community and the power of this community spirit?
The power of this specific community?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, what you have is you have like-minded people aligning together. We want most of, I think anyone in the community will say or agree with me that we are looking for positive things out of a world that continues to push us in a negative direction. And this is just by keeping your thoughts positive, like guarding your thoughts against any negative self-talk. But it's all that, and hopefully, if someone's feeling down, if someone is not feeling as they should in terms of their even their mental health, that somebody in the community will see that and will address it and try to bring them to the light again. And so it's just a great community to spread positivity and embrace it and not be sarcastic about it or belittle it. It's positivity is powerful because in the end it's all about love, and love is to me it's everything. It's the only truth that we have in this life. So that's my little take on it.
Wow, that's quite a wonderful warm start to this topic of the power of community spirit. Wow. Well, we are truly blessed to have so many incredible people here, and many of you are members of the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. But you know what really excites me is when I see somebody in this space from another community. Okay, I'm looking at you, Dan, in the space, and thank you so much for gracing us with your time and energy. And Dan is from the kindness community, which is a wonderful community as well. Dan, welcome to this space. What are your thoughts on the power of community spirit? Love to hear it.
Well, I think I'm part of the PVT community as well, among like 6 others. So I think that's kind of a big piece of community is that there's intersectionality, and I loved what Ron said. It was so eloquently put about aligning yourself with positivity, and I think it can always be a choice. Like right now in my life, at this very moment, I have a choice that I can keep cool-headed and positive because I'm pretty sure the airline lost my luggage. So, like I've been at baggage claim for like 45 minutes. So I can choose to like be angry about it or upset or just say, "Hey, this happened. What can I do? And how can I respond in a way that I can be proud of?" So I think where community ties in is that there's this principle of magnetism, where, like Ron said, like-minded people just kind of find each other, And the beautiful thing about community is that it doesn't have to exist within partitions. These magnetic forces exist outside of it. So I mentioned I'm in like 7 communities. It's not that I spend every day posting 7 different things in 7 different communities. I just kind of post where it my life kind of takes me and it resonates the most, and I can feel like I can have some impact and then get what I get other things that I need. So there's that reciprocity too in community of being able to give and take, and just build a community of mutual self-care. So those are my thoughts.
I think that's really wonderful. And I just want to jump on that piece that you said about that mutual self-care, because we can really truly share so much with others. And this is something that I really want to reflect on. And I can't tell you how it warms my heart when I go to my community, the PVT community, and I see that you guys are lifting others up. And even when somebody posts something and they're saying, hey, and it's a beautiful post, sunshine, and it's rainbows and there's butterflies. Then they're saying, hey, wishing everybody a great day. I'm having a bit of a rough day, but I'm getting through it. And actually, this is another example of a very recent post that I read. And immediately, all these people just jump on that and are just so intuitive, and they are lifting up the person that needs that little tiny bit of TLC, and it goes such a long way. It's incredible. And I'm just thinking, whoa, that was like, barely a minute ago, and all these people have just jumped straight onto that, and they're lifting that person up. And this happens almost every day in this community, which is just so incredibly inspiring. And that's what it's all about when you just start scrolling through the posts. And, even some days there was a beautiful DM I got a couple of days ago about, hey, I'm always at work and I'm, I miss your spaces, or I tune in towards the end, or definitely catch the replay. But they said something they love to do is in their lunch breaks or on a break is scroll through the community and just kind of drink it up, absorb it, breathe it in. It's just like the vibe that is in that community. And that is just incredible. And that is because of all of you in the community and what you are bringing to the community, all those good vibes that you guys are just bringing and contributing. And that is your energy. So I really appreciate you guys, and so much love, light, and blessings for that care of you taking a moment to think, what can I post in this community that's going to be positive, that's going to be inspiring, that's going to lift others up, that's going to make people smile. And that is just incredible, guys. I can't brag about you guys enough in that community. I just simply cannot. Try to drag me away from it. No, it'll never happen, because you are all part of that community. You are making this such a beautiful place. Okay, so I just see somebody with their hand up. Welcome, Art Inspired. Would love to hear your thoughts on this topic of power of community spirit.
I just wanted to say to Dan that the airport losing your luggage can be a real big positive, because when they do find it, they will put it directly to your doorstep, like deliver it directly to you. So you don't have to like carry it all the way through the airport and everything. They'll just give it to you a week from now. So hopefully they find it, and that will be the net positive of everything. So
I love that. The net positive. That's amazing.
But yeah, it's always interesting to see like what everybody talks about community, and then when you go out to find your own community, it's actually more ephemeral and harder to find than you would think. But once you do find your community, and it's a really big positive experience, and it does take, like, you have to give back the positive energy. But I mean, that's part of being a part of society. So I really am appreciative, Indra, of putting this space out here specifically for positivity.
Thanks so much, and loved the net positive for Dan as well. That was beautiful. Sorry, my delay was I was responding to people in the chat. I am loving this chat feature, and I love all the things that you guys are putting in the chat. For the people that have just joined the space, check down in the right bottom hand corner, and you'll see if you click on that, you can actually be part of the chat and say hi to everybody. Respond to somebody in that chat, and just have fun with it, because we're live here, and I know that Ron is probably going to scan that and see if there's any action items now and again that are down there in the chat that we need to address, or we need to ask a question because somebody's working, so you can use it for that, guys, or share a thought about the power of community spirit because you are crazy busy, or you're about to run some errands, or whatever you're doing in your life. But we really love it that you guys are in there. Okay, Dan is up in the chat function already. Hello from New York City. Hello back from LA. This is so much fun. Okay, I'm just being very okay, I'm a 5-year-old with a new toy, everybody. That is how it's going. Okay, we have Tracy's just saying hello to everybody.
I'm having a good time too, Indra. This is a lot of fun.
I know. I see you in the chat there,
right?
Going crazy. It's okay, everybody.
Pay attention to the show. Get out of the chat, people. No, I'm just kidding.
Rev, get up in the chat because the community is going crazy in here. Hey, I am loving all this stuff that you guys are posting right here in this community chat. This is just wild. And hey, Ash, happy to have you here. I'm responding as I'm typing. Okay. I am just like a 5-year-old in the chat function. Everybody, it's the right hand down the bottom. Get in there and chat it up if you're not up here talking as a speaker.
Can I add something to what she said, Indra?
Absolutely.
She mentioned how communities are more ephemeral, and I don't know if she meant exactly social audio communities or in real life, but I know that I've had a much more intimate relationship with people and with the community, more so in social audio than I ever have in my own community. Not that like I'm on the fringes of society, looking in, but it's just I've never felt more a part of this community or other communities on social audio than I have in my own community in real life. It's pretty remarkable.
I'm going to jump in real quick and say thank you to Dan. I saw that tweet, buddy. Miss you too. Good to see you. Good to see you back. And I just want to say just hello down there to Stephen, Dr. M. I see Pooja's there, and Lisa Ann, and Kelly, Tracy, Gratitude, Lance, Art Inspired, Purdy G. If I miss you, it's not because I don't love you. It's just because, I can't name all of you. But look at this room is popping. It's really big. My 8-year-old would say, boy, this room is bussing, but he wouldn't want me to say it. And he would, Dad, don't say it's bussing. Let's get like even more people in here. I see Jason from Bunsen, and well, wait a minute. Is it the dogs? Maybe they actually might have logged on. Aren't you at school? I don't understand all of that, Jason. But Jason is here.
Rev, our partner, Bunsen and Beaker, is here.
I know.
Who's partnering everybody, our official partner. And check them out. They're up in the nest. They are having an amazing space later on today. So, yes, they are here. And we are excited that they are here as always. They are the incredible positivity. Rev, correct me if I didn't say that right.
I'm pretty positive you did. It's just the way they say it in Canada. It's actually positive. It's just in Canada they just say sorry positive or something like that. I don't know. There's a law now in Canada. I saw this. My kid wants me, when we don't have a book to read, like we got to order another one, or go down to the bookstore, I read him facts. He said, Dad, just find facts for me. But there is a law now in Canada that you cannot be convicted of a crime if you say you're sorry for anything, because they say, hey, it's a beautiful day today. Sorry. Like it just comes out of their mouth at the end of each sentence. I see Jason down there laughing, but there's an actual law in Canada. If you say you're sorry for doing something, you can't be convicted of it because you probably don't mean you're sorry. I don't know.
Okay. I got confused there because I was actually distracted looking at the chat and everybody chatting it up in there. Look, I am just beyond joy that everybody is enjoying the chat function in here, guys. I am just going crazy here because I know a lot of you are working and doing other things, and here it is. I'm just going to read one out that was right at the bottom at the moment. It's from Ibrahim. Hi, it is indeed such a great pleasure for me to be here and am happy to meet each and every individual. You are all an amazing group of souls. Whoa. So I'm just going to respond. Love to have you here. Amazing. So everybody is having so much fun and connecting in the chat. And that's what this is all about. And I just love this chat function because it's just brought another dimension to this space. So thank you, Twitter Spaces, for this wonderful ability to even bring the community even closer together. We're still having a ball. Okay. Perty, we're going to go to you, and then Lance and Karen, of course. Perty, welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. It is wonderful to hear first-time speakers in the space. And before Perty speaks, I just want to welcome you guys up because we love to hear new voices and new voices in the community, and especially today, because it is the power of community spirit that we are talking about here. So welcome, Purity, to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Warm welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, good evening to everyone. I'm Purti Gupta from India, and I'm listening many good thoughts from the many good person. I'm feeling very grateful that I am the part of this group. And I just want to say one thing, that power of community spirit. It's a very good point that today you have taken. And seriously, many are here that they don't want to express themselves in front of others. But today I am listening the thoughts of you and many people. They are very frankly speaking to each other. Thank you so much, ma'am, and the co-host and the member of this group, that they are giving chance to the everyone how they express themselves in front of others. Thank you so much, ma'am. Love you, ma'am.
Love, light,
the
and
only way to do it
blessings.
is to automate it. What Zapier allows us to do.
Sorry?
I have no idea what that was. I'm so sorry, Purity. I don't know where that came from. Some random voice. But hey, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. And also, I loved what you said about encouraging other people who are sitting in our space as well. And that's why the chat function down on the right-hand corner, which is available to us, everybody, for the first time, we now have this chat function. And it is truly just so much fun. So that's another way that we can connect in the space. If you're not comfortable speaking, or if you can't, I'm seeing DMs and other notes that people are busy and crazy in their life, running around doing things, but they've still got an ear pod in. So that is just amazing, and I just love to hear that. So thank you so much, Purdy, for your for gracing us with this in this space, and also it's just wonderful to celebrate the new voices. So appreciate you so much. Okay,
Indra, I'm going to blame my engineer for that sound. Oh, wait a minute, that's myself. You're fired. Okay. So yes, I did not realize I had that button unmuted there. So I was looking for the Price is Right sound, the bump bump bum the thing, but then I'm like, oh, wait, that's a downer sound. But anyway, that's just a fun little sound I happened to be looking for while I was doing something else. But yes, that was me. And everybody tweet out the space, DM your friends, and walk down the street and go up to somebody and say, do you have Twitter? No. Okay, well, let me sign you up for Twitter so you can join the Positivity Vibe Tribe. If you're not part of the Vibe Tribe, but you're in the room, like I can tell there's a little, no, there's not. But I mean, join the Positivity Vibe Tribe. It's a lot of fun, great people there. And I see Donica has joined us as well. So I mean, you can't just get much more positive than this space right now. If you've got a friend that needs a bit of a bump, a lift, have them come here.
Love it, Rev. And when you tweet out the space, we are doing this fun little thing that we're doing in appreciation for you all. Every single space where people tweet out, we actually, Ron does a random selection and chooses somebody, and he actually reads out your profile and a little bit about you, and hopefully that helps you in this essence of connection with other people. Because sometimes, there's a lot of people in this space. Over 44 people here at the moment. So, it takes a bit of time, or you could be busy working or doing other things. And so by reading out a profile of somebody who's just tweeted out the space for us in appreciation, somebody might resonate with your profile and connection happens. And that's what we're hoping for, that we just kind of highlight you guys. And we've been doing that every single space, and it's been really a wonderful thing to do as a thank you and appreciation to you guys. And I see more people tweeting out the space. Thank you. And so many more comments growing in the chat function. So that is truly exciting too. It is very alive in there. Thank you. Purti just also has posted in there. Thank you so much for posting. Hey, Raz, thank you for being here and posting in there. I love that. Okay, you guys are now commenting and going back and forth. This is so much fun. I'm going to read out one here from Hamid. Hey, Wave, it's glad to see the positive topics in Twitter. So love that too. Absolutely. So, keep the conversation going in the chat and do connect with everybody in the chat as well and have fun. This is just part of another dimension that we can have fun in this space, chatting and connecting to everyone. So really love that. Okay, Lance, welcome. And love this topic, power of community spirit. Now, Lance, you and Karen are no strangers to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. And especially in the community, one of the very active members, the most active members. We have a lot of active members, but I guess you're hyperactive, if I could say that. And I love that. So what are your thoughts about today's topic of power of community spirit?
First and foremost, Indra, I'd like to give a great big shout out to all of you here. Lots been great and lots been said always. To you, Indra, to the Rev, to Noble Ron, to Stephen, Dr. M, and congratulations, Noble Ron, on your big promotion to chief moderator. That's exciting.
Thank you, Lance. And that's just every day I'm saying Zenergy.
Yes, Zenergy for sure, my friend.
I love it.
Anyways, we're gonna get this party started with the Zenergy. My mom here in the background.
Hello, Indra and everybody. I want to say thank you so much for welcoming me and everyone in the PVT so kindly. You're such a gem. Thank you, and hello to everybody else. I love the topic for today, but I like topics that are here all the time.
Okay, so the
Karen, so much love, light, and blessings back to you by a million.
And to you tenfold. Thank you, my dear. Okay, so the spirit of community has the word unity in community. And so when we are all here, like-minded people, sharing our thoughts and our love, light, and blessings. What could be negative about that?
Love that. Love it, Karen.
It's all in the wording with the power in community with unity. Yes, today personally, I feel like a kid in the candy shop because I always feel great positive vibes and coming here. Actually, I also marked down on my page that I'm receiving higher unconditional love and light and blessings from this community more so than my First Nations family.
Yeah, true.
The other thing about the power of community is when you put like-minded people that have the exact same energy, we'll call it the Zenergy in community. When you have that all as one great big power in with the law of attraction, we're the global peacekeepers of love, light, and blessings in this space, because you never know who you're going to meet in community or who they might know in community. So in the end, it doesn't matter how much you know about your who. In the end, it's who your who knows that may have a connection for you.
That's amazing, Lance.
Yeah.
I just want you to say that piece again because I was typing, trying to capture. We are the keepers of love, light, and blessings as being part of this community. And then that next part that you said, can you read that back, please?
It's about the who. It doesn't matter how much you know about your who. It's who your who knows as the connection to more so where you want to be. They might have that connection piece that you're looking for.
Love it, Lance.
Wow. Yeah, Ron, we're going deep here with Lance today. I love it because
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it truly is. And I think that's just touched all of us in this space, truly at a deep level.
In the end, I've heard before on with the agape community, we're like when we're love and God filled. They have also said we serve under one purpose. We are simply here for God.
Absolutely. And sometimes when we can't find the light around us, you have to recognize that you are the light.
Mm-hmm.
You are the beacon, and that's very important. I think that's what I can see part of your that's a beautiful quote though, that your words, very nice.
Thank you, Ron. That's awesome. We're always a power, beacon, and love light when people may be down and feel like there's no more hope. And I say under the power of hope, healing one person every day as an acronym.
That's an acronym. Say that. What's the acronym?
The acronym under hope is healing one person every day. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I like that. That's awesome.
Or my dad saying in the background, healing our past experiences. That's awesome.
Hi, friends. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are.
Oh, hey, Angela, we're just going to finish off with Lance and Karen because it's kind of like a duo here, and then we're going to definitely get to Donica, and then you. Welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe.
Awesome, thank
Okay,
you.
hang in there. We're going to get to you. I want to finish this off, and we're going to bounce back to everybody back and forth up here as the speakers. Lance, did you have anything else to add at the moment? We can bounce back to you,
Actually,
of course.
All I was going to say to end this for this one point here is we're in the power of the PVT spotlight, but we're also thriving together in the PVT spirit, that sunlight of the spirit. So it feels like more than thriving altogether. We're actually soaring in the sky together as one.
That is amazing. I love that. Thank you so much. And so Lance, when Lance is sharing this is about all of you in the Positivity Vibe Tribe community and what you guys are bringing to the community that he is reflecting on with these reflections. Thank you so much for taking a observer step back and looking at the community, Lance. I really appreciate that because you are so active in the community. It's just befitting that you are sharing these insights with us because, well, I often think I'm too close, right? So it's wonderful to have somebody who is an active member in the community who sees it also from the spaces, perspective as well. And you're just sharing these beautiful things about the community. And what I'm sharing back is that you guys are responsible for this beautiful community and all the sharing and the thriving and the sunlight and the spirit in there. Because let's just savor the places in the world that we can go when there are moments when we feel like we want to reflect on something more uplifting. We're not in the mood for the news. And I'm not saying don't watch the news, but certainly let's balance this all out and let's have more love, light, and blessings and less of, the things in life that are going to bring you stress. So the more you fill yourself up with joy, with light, with good vibes, with looking at the inspirational posts that people write. And I'm talking about beautiful quotes. I'm talking about sometimes there's the most simple one-liner that a member in the community writes. And it's just beautiful, the simplicity of it. And I'm just always blown away. So I really do make a big effort to go and check out all of your posts and just, acknowledge. And I'm seeing so many more people here from the community. Oh my gosh. Welcome.
Thank you, Indra.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lance and Karen.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm seeing a whole lot more members just joining us in full force. Thank you so much for your presence here. Love to see you all. And also for the new people that have just joined us in this space, we're talking about the power of community spirit in general. And we are also celebrating. Remember, we've always got to celebrate our blessings, no matter how small or how big they are. And I'm just counting this blessing today of being in this space and the first time that we have the chat feature down on the right-hand corner. And the chat feature, everybody in the chat, it is blowing up, my friends. Oh, look, we've even got Bunsen and Beaker in there. Thank you. Thank you to our wonderful partners in there in the chat, blowing it up as usual with their positivity. We're just so thrilled. And, I see there was a note there. Oh, thanks for sharing. Bunsen and Beaker were busy finishing their latest Science Pause episode. Exciting. Yeah, so do check out the Bunsen and Beaker account. They are our official partners. And we're just having so much fun with their positivity always. So check that out. And I'm just like back in there. Okay, thank you, Pooja, for posting. Also, thank you so many people. I'm going to be having to catch up after this. I am jumping in and out of the those. Yeah, you're going. Wow, you're in there too. I see you lighting it up, Ron. Because this is truly a treat to be connecting on so many different levels. I mean, thank goodness we all have ADHD that we can juggle. It's just too much fun.
It is.
So let's go to our next speaker, Donika. Welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. What are your thoughts in general on the power of community spirit, Donika? Love to hear.
Hi, Indra, and hi, Raven. Oh, and I see Noble around in here. Happy is Wednesday today, correct?
It's actually Thursday.
Oh, happy Thursday.
Donika.
Okay, my spirit is talking since I'm very spiritual, but I really absolutely
Donika.
love this. Yes.
It's Wednesday wherever you are, okay? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like I trust you. Where are you at? in the
My
world. It's got to be Wednesday there.
spirit is playing with me, so it's good. It's confusing me, but but my message is going to be powerful. So why is so good to speak about the spirit and the spirit of community? Because we spend so much time in material world, and how much we give to our soul. It is important because the balance between material life, necessary needs, and the spirituality is the one. Then it uplifts us, uplift energy and vibration. So when we come in here and talk about spirit community, it is, what do you have to uplift, inspire, and motivate others? So spirit is our experience in the earth. So we come, we learn, we experience things, and the lessons are the wisdom. Then we grow. And that is what spirit, you like filter everything that you learn, and you don't see anything with judgment. We just grow. We ask for feedback. We don't get sad or stay in our mind, but we grow. So this is what I think, when because the spirit is the force or principle of life that animates the body of living things. So spirit doesn't talk, you have to feel it. Is there are the emotion and the feelings. So when you sit down and you meditate and you journal and you just be silent, that is when the spirit talk to you. When your mind is busy and crowded and you are stuck and you stay in the sorrow and the pain, you can even hear yourself, no others. So
I
always
love
when
what
we
you're saying, Donica. Can you bring that into the focus of, I love all that. This is just amazing. Beautiful. But can you bring it into the community sense?
correct. That's
Bring
all I
that.
was about to share right now.
Okay, great. Love
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah, because I know it's 3 minutes to talk. But to bring in this in community is the willingness and desire to participate in activity, then promote the community. So when you talk positive tribe, then you have, or mindfulness with a purpose I have. Why we do that? Because our spirit wants for us to heal and to bring joy and bliss. So when we open these communities and talk about mental health, about awareness, about compassion and love and kindness, this is what it is. So always to lift the spirit up, you have to allow yourself to be free of your chattery mindset. Spirit doesn't judge, so is the heart. They love you unconditionally. So when people come in this in these spaces, they sound different. You don't understand. Maybe their message doesn't go through like you want it. We have to be compassionate. We have to be kind. We have to allow them, because some can have anxiety, some are depressed, some are alone, some just is the first time they talk. And this is the spirit is gentle and allowed you, and you can feel, and the energy resonate. This is how we connect it. When you are fully and completely happy with yourself, when you know that you come with a purpose, not to be famous, not to have to be likable, how many followers we have, but to connect with people from the deep soul. And when they take the message, go home and say, I found something I was looking. And this is what the spirit is, uplifting each other, healing each other, and not to feel alone, but find hope somewhere, somehow. And that's what I have to share.
Thank you so much, Donica. I loved what you said, and I really want to jump in on the hope piece, because I think you really you hit a point that so many of us are struggling with nowadays. Hope, and the spirit of the community is a beautiful thing, because that is like a foundation. And I've noticed that within many of the communities, and I want to also focus on the Twitter Spaces community, because you also mentioned something about people that, you know, may not be comfortable speaking. Well, I find that is like, there's a lot of people that are first-time speakers, and I just wanted to be putting out the message to all of you here in this space that this is certainly a place that you can definitely feel comfortable as a first-time speaker, and just request the mic. And if you've never spoken before, we just get so excited to hear first-time speakers here in the space actually come up. And what's really exciting is they keep coming back and speaking. And then before you know it, they forget they're even a space, and it's just like they're sitting there talking to you with a cup of coffee. So that is very exciting. So I did want to also mention that is a really beautiful point that you also mentioned, that we as communities can encourage others. And particularly here, this is a forum on Twitter Spaces here, which is voice, and this audio is actually, it's a gift to us. So we should be constantly inspiring each other, encouraging each other, and often, you know, sometimes, you know, it's like I was thinking about. Sometimes I get people who send me DMs and say, "Look, I'm enjoying the space, listening. I'm not quite ready to speak," and then sometimes to give them patience, and to just say, "Hey, I understand, you know, love to hear your voice, and when you're ready, but thank you for the DM, and thank you for the feedback that you're enjoying everything in the space." So just to always keep that door open, and I think it's a good reminder, and that's something that we're trying to do in this community, is really empower people and to speak in the space, and because there's no right or wrong way. Just be you, and you know, just if you're comfortable, say your name or your account name, and something that you're enjoying about the conversation, and that can just be a starter point. And then it's not even the focus on you. You're like, okay, everyone's looking at me, I'm speaking, but that's always a good thing, is just to pick one thing that you've heard with these wonderful speakers up here, and then just share that in the space. And it could be, hey, you know, just, I love the topic of the space about community and enjoying being part of Twitter Spaces community, or the Positivity Vibe Tribe community, whatever that piece is. So thank you so much for the great points, Donica. They were really wonderful to reinforce here. Okay, let's go to our next speaker. Cardinal, welcome to the space. And again, I think this is the first time that we've heard you speak. And so warm welcome, especially to the new speakers. What are your thoughts on the power of community spirit?
All right. Thank you very much. I greet everybody on the space here. I am spacing from Nigeria, and I'm glad to be here also. On this topic, power of community spirit is really a nice and a wonderful topic, if I must say. You see, from my own point of view, one of the important or the key thing about community is love and unity. When you are in a community settings, or when you understand yourself or a group of persons, and you have that community mindset, you live a communion life in a way by each other have something to contribute, even if you don't have anything to contribute or to offer. But from what others are contributing, you can be able to sustain and gain something. And in a communal settings or in a community, that love, that spirit of love always help everybody, in the sense that if you have water to contribute, these other persons might have cake, these other persons might have bread, and you see that at the end of the day, everybody will have something to offer, no matter how small or how little it might be. And also, even if there is a challenges that you think might be so overwhelming to everybody, but that togetherness, that unity we make that challenges or that border legs in a way that nobody will feel it. And I wish the whole world will understand this communal life, this community. If we can understand that community and communal life, it will help some of all these problems, challenges, war, crises all over the world. It won't be happening. Why is happening? Because there is no communal life. There is no community. For you to be in a community settings, for you to live a communal life, there must be love and there must be unity, despite where you're coming from, what you're doing, your skin color, your body shape, your language, your culture, and whatever. It doesn't really matter. What matters there is love. What matters there is love, and where you can be able to share your own common goals, share your own inspirations, so that you can inspire some other persons. You might have somebody who is dying in spirit, like Donica said, somebody who might not be able to meditate, somebody who is dying in spirit, but through your own, but looking at you, the person will be motivated, the person will be inspired to wake up. But when there is no community settings, when there is no communal life, you will find out that a whole lot of people will find it difficult to survive. A whole lot of people will find it difficult to be inspired, because everybody's living on his or her own life. Everybody is living on his own. Everybody's living on her own. But if there is a community, if there is a communal life, it will really help for everybody to move forward. So thank you very much. This is my first time speaking, and I'm much grateful and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Warm welcome, Cardinal, to the space. And wow, you just shared so many gems of wisdom with us. What a wonderful reminder that if we had more of a community spirit in general, there would be less issues in the world. There'd be just less issues non-stop. And I feel like I love the message that I'm picking up from what you shared, is that, it's just like we are all one. We are all one people, regardless of our different thoughts, our processes, our perspectives on things. We are all one together. And that is a very uniting thought to have. I hope I did honor in capturing a couple of your ideas. I just quoted out, Cardinal. Thank you so much. They were so powerful. And my favorite of what you shared is, if we have problems, issues, challenges, and there is just so much going on in life, there must be love despite our differences. Wow. There must be love despite our differences. How powerful is that? So that is incredible. And how wonderful to hear your voice for the very first time. We are honored to have first-time speakers here in this space. We truly appreciate you speaking in the space, and also welcome from Nigeria. It's just so incredible that we're all sitting here just like we're a bunch of friends, and we're in different locations. We're all sitting here and we are in different locations around the world. Somebody's muting something. I don't know. Rev? Ron? Who's doing it?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was trying to do a request thing and I hit that. I apologize again. It's ridiculous. It should not be there. It shouldn't be there. I'm not gonna do that. I can't risk it anymore.
It's a risky business. Being a co-host,
seems like yes,
community. Let me tell you, it is. It's a risky business back here. I was like,
everybody.
Whoa, there's something going on in the space. But anyway, so it, as I was saying, it really is just such a blessing to have first-time speakers in the space and sharing so much. And while we're talking about that, guys, if you want to tweet out this space, please do so, because we are doing this fun thing where Ron's going to choose somebody at random to and read out their profile and a little bit about them. And that highlights this sense of community. And we've been doing this for quite a few weeks now, probably for about 3 or 4 weeks. And it highlights somebody because you never know who you could connect with in this space. And there are so many wonderful people here in this community space at the moment. So it's just our way of saying thank you, and we appreciate you tweeting out space and bringing in more wonderful people into this space. So thank you so much. And also thank you, everybody, for being so active in this chat feature. And for the new people, I see a couple of people that just joined the space. It's what we're talking about. This new chat feature is, well, we're all like kids with candy. The PVT team here, we are truly just going crazy. It's the button on the right-hand corner that looks like the little bubble, and there's a number of 35 in there at the moment. So if you click on that, you can go in there and like some comments, write some comments, and respond to other people, or just create your own about the experience that you're having in the space or your day or anything. So really appreciate you guys for having fun in the chat feature. And I'm just loving all these comments. Oh my gosh, I can't even keep up with them. I'm definitely going to have to go back afterwards because it's a little bit difficult to multi-skill, but I'm checking them out as we go. So love it so much, and loving all the sharing of the space and all the comments that are coming up. All right, so next we have Shari. Shari, welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. And what are your thoughts on this topic of power of the community spirit?
Well, the community provides so much connectivity, but the positivity part, in my case, Tuesday was my 18th eye surgery. Every 5 weeks I have this, and so it's like you guys have been a bridge for me to keep me going. And I mean, you are just a little bubble of lift every you just lift me up like you wouldn't believe, and I thank you so much, because you guys just, I don't know, you just, I know it's coming every 5 weeks, but it's like every time I tune you in, it's like you guys just lift me up so much, and I thank you so much. But I wanted to tell Ron that there's a digital tracker you can get for your luggage that you can tell them where it is.
Right. Sherry, I think it was Dan.
Oh,
that had the
Dan.
luggage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Dan. They make digital trackers. Maybe you ought to get one of those if you're going to be traveling much.
That's a good idea. Absolutely.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for your community spirit and your positivity, because you guys get me through these every 5 weeks.
Oh, wow. Shari, thank you so much for sharing all those beautiful words. And it's wonderful to hear your voice. And I just love hearing that this community is there for you as well. Because that's what we should be doing. We should be there for each other, as Cardinal was just referring to, and also Donica had mentioned before as well. Thank you both for sharing those amazing points, that we should be here, and there should be more of the support that we can provide as a community to everybody. That's part of our role as human beings, I feel, is to support others and to lift each other up. And that could be the smallest thing. So as Shari just mentioned, sometimes when she's tuning in and hearing these voices here in the Positivity Vibe Tribe, it's lifting her up, even though she's going to be either going to head into her surgery, or she's just come back and she's healing. But if she tunes in, it's like lighting her up. It's filling her with positivity. So that is you guys, and all of the things that you are doing here in this space, your contributions, your thoughts, your energy, even your, like, the smallest thing, it's your energy.
Oh, your energy is amazing.
Exactly. It's about energy and good thoughts. Good thoughts what we're thinking about, what we're focusing on, and all the incredible posts that you guys are putting in that community and the thoughts that go into that. Now, that is a process. It's not just I'm just throwing in a quote. A lot of you put a lot of TLC into that. And that's what I want to acknowledge, that a combination of what Shari said, Cardinal, and also Donica. Thank you all for your beautiful points. I'm just going to just ride this one home. Thank you, community, because it's not just about, I'm just going to throw in a quote there, or I'm just going to throw in something as a post in the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. You're going further. You're putting that energy into that. And that's what I feel that I'm listening to, with people picking up the good vibes that they are receiving from everything in this community, whether they're listening to a conversation in here, or whether they're listening to a conversation or the replay later on. I know a lot of you guys also listen to the replay. Thank you so much for listening to the replay later, and for sharing it. Especially, I get a lot of DMs about, hey, I came in halfway, so I'm heading back to listen to the beginning, on my drive home or driving around doing errands. Love that and appreciate that. But it's about the energy, the intention that you put into those quotes. It's the little things. So thank you guys for reminding me to share that, and to share the gratitude for where you guys are building this community and taking it, because it takes a village, truly, this tribe, to do everything and to create all of this beautiful energy and good vibes and positivity. Absolutely. Okay, so thank you, Shari. And let's go to our next speaker, Shah. Shah, welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. I think this is the first time that we've heard you speak in this space. What are your thoughts on the power of community spirit?
Thank you, sir, to you all. Sir, I am from very distant area. I mean that I am not a proper speaker. For the first time, I am listening English. I am speaking English and listening English. I am only reader of English, but I am trying all my best to convey my message to you, sir. We are in Pakistan, in the western border. Sir, there the role in community, I want to share my experience with you, because there is a poverty in this community, in the society. So I opened the school in the village where there were only 80 children were reading in this village. So I came there to open school for the children. Within 3 years, the students number rose up to 400 in this village. So I collecting the piece from the rich parents, and 170 boys are reading free of cost in this village. And I am also, because there is no proper teacher in this village to facilitate the children in the village on a large scale. So I trained my school 8th and 9th class students how to teach the initial beginner of the beginner, how to learn them ABC and these things. So I sent them to village a second time. I opened 6 points where these school boys of 9th grade and 10th grade teaching to these students. When these students come big, they're able to come to school. We are trying to control their age by facilitating them. So I give the name to this program, Enlightenment to Enlightenment. This is my personal. So I open another week school week. 2 days in a week I go to 8 kilometers in the mountains on motorcycle on my own coast. There are 80 boys who are basically what to say, shepherd who have the herd of cows and goats. Dear children, I am teaching to their children. Their number was 20, so now they are 80 in number. I take pencils, copy, and the stationery for them and collecting money from my friends who have money. So I am running. Only we should create positivity and to understand that what I am for, what I can do in my 60 years of age, 70 years we will live. We should spend these 70 years for the service of other people. Every individual can feed himself for nothing, but we are the human created for other, not for itself. The cow is for itself because it grazes for itself. It eat grass. Cow and animals eat grass for their own belly. But the human being is the only a social animal who is for other people. His attitude scale is for other people. So I think we should create positivity. I took a long time, and thank you so much.
Hi, Shah. Congratulations on starting on the school, and congratulations on all the good work that you're doing with the children and helping education. I think that's wonderful. We have some people who are involved in education in the space. We have Dan and we have Donica, who are people who are teachers here, who really would resonate with a lot of things that you were saying, as well as a lot of us, how important it is to create opportunities for youth, and then also to make sure that we're doing it all with our best intentions, which is what I was picking up from you sharing. So thank you also for being this is the first time for you to speak, and I thought that you shared a lot of wonderful things, and don't feel conscious about speaking in spaces at all. Just do it and just share. And the more that you do it, the more it'll become just second nature to you, where you will not even feel self-conscious about anything. So I encourage you to continue to speak in spaces. And I just want to invite, seeing Dan's up here. Donica, if you want to come back and share anything, any thoughts. Oh, Dan's gone. He probably can't speak. I know you're in New York City. Thank you so much for dropping in, Dan. But yeah, Donica, if you wanted to come back and share any thoughts, I know you could be also busy too, on what we just heard from Shah. Ron, do you have any thoughts you'd like to add?
I just wanted to add that, especially in regards to the community being a place where we're aligned and like-minded, but also the impact that we have on our own thoughts, and it's a conscious decision that we make each day and moment by moment sometimes to choose something that's positive, to go that direction instead of just reveling in, and it's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts, and it's almost, it can be enjoyable too. I'm not going to lie. I think some people would understand what I mean. It's not maybe like it's a melancholy feeling, and you just kind of, you rest in it, but I think it's very important to fight against that. And in the community, I think it's easier to do that. And I'm so pleased with this community. So pleased.
I love that. Donica, thanks for coming back up. Love to hear your thoughts, because there was a lot shared by Shah, and you being in education, hands-on, love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for coming back.
Well, I dropped down because I want to give it turn to other speakers. But yeah, I love that. As a teacher of 33 years, I am a science teacher. And I opened the Mindfulness with Purpose for Kids. And the point was, when I start incorporating mindfulness and yoga and meditation for myself after divorce, I saw how much my life changed. And I didn't sit down on that mind like, oh, I'm a victim, what I'm going to do with myself. I was like, it happened when it happened. I have to move forward. And the same thing I started incorporating with for the kids' life. And this was like 9 years ago. And oh my God, I can tell you this: education is power. If you want to fill your bank account, your spiritual account with knowledge, with wisdom, with self-help tools and techniques, that is the best one. That is the best wealth and power we can give the kids. Because when the kids come in the classroom and they know the environment is warm and welcoming, and the teacher look in their eyes and say, I see you, I hear you, I value you, you are good enough. And they love to come in school. And then when they leave, they give you the hug at the end of the day and say, thank you, Miss Gunther. I'm looking forward to come next day. But I do the same, because that is energy. We actually sit in a physical world, but when we create with energy. Our thoughts, our words, our energy of the hugs, they're all, it come from inside us. So whenever you focus, there is when the energy and vibration is going to resonate with others. So as a teacher, I want to say to the parents and other teachers, like, be careful how you speak to children, because the soul is very sensitive. They are like a glass, and every time you say something that the kids are not fully mature and understand, because you are everything that they have. You are the model, you are the parents, you are the best friend, you are the hero in their life. Careful how you talk to them, because every little crack is going to become a big crack, a crack in that glass, and you never know when it's going to explode. So be careful when you talk to kids. Be honest with them. When they have a question, please do not say, hey, hold on, I'm busy, I'll tell you later. No, right there. You stay in the kids' level. If they come to you, they trust you. They see someone, then have the answers. Even if you don't know, say, hey, I actually don't want to give the wrong answer, but I'll go figure out, or we can figure out together. So this is what soul is. Soul is acceptance, is love and kindness. And we have a lot of mental health awareness right now. Anxiety, stress, low self-esteem, low confidence, suicidal. The self-talk, the self-image is, oh my God, I've changed so much, and I feel the past 3 years. So that every day we have to reinforce children. I do in the morning, I wait for them. Hi, honey, how you doing? Do you need a hug? High five, come. They all love the hugs. We sit down. I start with 3 questions every morning. How you doing today? What is your goal? Who can help you? If I am not the one that they choose, they have to pick a friend. And if they want to be by themselves, that means then they need space, because I don't know what happened the night prior to them. Before they leave, we have like a recap for the day, and I tell them, then, I love you, I'll be here tomorrow. If I'm not going to be there, I prepare them, then somebody else is coming, because it's the sense of security, and it's like family, and they love to be there. So we are the energy. We lift up the soul. We fill the heart with hope and love and compassion and kindness, and we connect the kids with each other as adult. But if we start criticizing, belittling, bullying, not listening to them, their spirit is going to be hurt.
Wow.
So how we speak to the children. I love being a teacher and I love being a mentor, and this is why I come in these spaces, because this is my purpose since I was a kid. Love books, love people, love to heal, because I healed myself from so much in the past, and I'm not special, but I know what I went through, and I want to release somebody's pain and give like some guidance to make it better and easy for them. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Donica, and so many valuable things that you shared with us, and reminders that words are so powerful. And to children, they don't understand that maybe we are going through something, or we're distracted, or we have other things on our mind. So we have to be very mindful with dealing with children. And that is just a wonderful, wonderful reminder that they are going to pick up our energy. They're going to pick up our emotions. So for us to just take a moment and to reframe and put our focus back on them. Thank you so much. I knew you'd have a lot to share on that. So thank you for coming back up. Wonderful. I'm just wanting to celebrate all the beautiful comments that are coming in to the chat. If you've just joined us, we are here in the Positivity Vibe Tribe space talking about the topic of power of community spirit, and that applies to any community. Our own community, the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. We have Dan from the Kindness community, and many of us are members of many communities. Donica's sister has a beautiful art community. Bobby Bicker. I mean, there are so many communities around. Our partners, Bunsen and Beaker, have an incredible pet and science community. I mean, just incredible. So many different communities are around us that we can open up ourselves to and connect and just learn about. I just love it all. So on that note, welcome Jason from the Bunsen and Beaker account, who are our official partners, and we are having so much fun with the positivity. Jason.
There you go. There's the pun. Good job. Yay. I would apologize, but then I'm sure Rev would have some kind of Canadian joke there. So, yeah, Donica, I loved what you said about being an educator. Both my wife and I are educators too. And the empathy and taking your whatever's going on in your life cannot permeate your teaching when you're around children. That is a very tough thing to do as an educator, because it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. The time that you spend with kids, it has to be the best part of their day. You have to be the most engaging person. You have to be the most exciting person, the most compassionate person. And that sometimes is really tough, because just like everybody else, teachers are humans too. I think that goes for lots of different jobs, not just teaching, but I noticed that in teaching, you can't let what's going on in your life color what you're doing with kids, because you can definitely cause damage if you're not careful. Indra, what I wanted to say quickly was, since you're talking about the power of community spirit and the Positivity Vibe Tribe, I don't know if I told you this, but I was given a great honor to give the commencement speech at the grad for my big high school. So I was the teacher that gave the commencement speech. And I used a lot of what you've been, the guests that you've had, and some of your videos. I used that in my speech. I used that to bring the sometimes the analytical and cold and uncaring science angle that I was maybe going to go down as in my speech, and I humanized it using the aspect of being present and being compassionate and being kind. And then I also swung it into dogs. So I just wanted to thank you for the resources and all of the shows that you've put on, and the folks in the Positivity Vibe Tribe, like giving their comments in the community. Because I used some of that in my speech. It was definitely like empathy first, science and dogs second. So thank you. I don't know if I ever told you that, but there you go. That's all I wanted to say.
No, wow, that is incredible, Jason. So much gratitude to you, and so much gratitude to this incredible community. And thank you also to the special guests that I have, because all these people that come and speak, and they are real specialists and experts in their field, and they give us their time to this community for free, and it truly is a blessing. And it's because of all of the listeners here, all the speakers, all of the guests that we have that come in an interview. All these things make up this wonderful community that with all the resources. But thank you so much, Jason. That means the world to all of us here. And that's really inspiring that was something that you could use and bring into your life. And it's the essence of the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. Wow, look at us, everybody. Yes, thank you so much for all your contributions, everyone here in this space and everyone beyond this space, speakers, listeners, everybody that's posting the community, everyone. Truly, I'm extending my arms broad and wide to all of you, sending you out all this energy. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Jason, for sharing that. And we'd love to see, you should post that if you have a video of your speech in the community, or a snippet of it. Yeah, Ron's going crazy. He wants to see it too.
It's somewhere. I posted it on Twitter, and it got like reshared by some massive, huge people. I don't know, some basketball player shared it, and then it got like thousands and thousands of like, I don't know. Anyways, I'll find it and I'll send it your way or put it in the nest. I'm just looking through my bookmarks. If it's not there, it's buried in our timeline because we post so much. So
yeah, and even post it in the community if you think of it. If you have a spare millisecond, I know you're crazy busy with everything that you're doing as a teacher and with your vibrant community as well. So appreciate you. So let's go to our next speaker, and then we're going to come back to Cardinal. Darius, welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. It's always a pleasure to have you here and hear your thoughts about the topic for today of power of community spirit. And hey, I just see Dr. J. Love to invite you up to share also, Dr. J, if you have a moment. Darius, go ahead.
Much love, much love, much love. Did we want to hear from Cardinal first? Because I know he threw his hand up. Maybe he had a response for Bunton.
Cardinal, did you want to jump in with a response back from Jason?
All right, yes, I just want to have something to catch up, but I just want to say something with just 1 minute before I move immediately. Yes, when I was still growing up on my early 20s, I had this experience of being opportunity to lead some group of little children of elementary and high school then. And then there is this experience I got then. You see, a lot of them, when they misbehave at home, their parents will call me, hey, teacher, hey, leader, see what your child is doing. Look at what your child is doing. Please try to correct them whenever they come gathering again. And again, after that, I started talking to them, started teaching them some morals of life. Then there was this day, one of the children just came to me, hello, leader. This is what my mom told me. I said, what was that? She said, little girl, my mom said, please don't ever talk to this person. I said, why would your mom told you not to talk to somebody? She said she didn't know what the problem is all about. I said, is it good for you to keep married to somebody who did not do anything to you? She said no, but she don't know why her mom said that to her. I said, okay, don't listen to your mom, brother. When you get home, try to talk to your mom, teach your mom that it's not good to keep malice, okay? She said thank you, and she felt very good from my response to her. So what I wanted to say, please, if you're a teacher or you find yourself speaking to little children, elementary, high school, please try as much as you can to listen to them. Ask them questions about their lives, what is happening at home. Because sometimes you find out that some parents will like to influence their children with negative vibes and negative talks, perhaps from what is happening around them or what happened to them and the rest of them. So to me, it's not actually good. It's not actually good. It's not gonna help our society. It's going to bring bad vibe to the society. So whenever you're opportune to teach little children, be opportunity to be close to little children, because a lot of them is looking up to you. A lot of them, even their families, their parents, their elder ones, is looking up to you because they believe that you will give their children a better upbringing, a better thought. Do you understand? So please, that's my little advice or contribution to each and every one of us before I go out now. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Cardinal, for sharing that. And I think that's a great reminder to all of us to do our part in the community. And thank you to the teachers in this room. We really value your contribution. It's incredible, the contribution that teachers make. And I can't tell you how much we value you and all of your time and your energy and your passion that you put into teaching and being such amazing humans. It really does take an extra level to be able to not just teach, but as you've got to show up, as you said, you've all said, and be conscious of being your best self and putting your best self forward. So just love that so much. Thank you. Darius, over to you, my friend.
The power of community. Can you guys hear me well, by the way? Because I am driving down the highway.
Yes, we hear you loud and clear.
Let's go, team. Shout out to every single one of you here. Speaker and listener section alike. You are valuable, you are appreciated, and you are loved. Let's continue to utilize each other. Indra used a great R word, and that is reminder. As a reminder, as we do with our bookings and our calendars, as we do with our notes and our pads, as reminders of who we are, right? While we're still here. Shout out to Rev, man. We're matching today. I'm loving the yellow, brother.
Thanks so much for joining us, Doris, and drive safely, will you, please?
Hey, I threw up a heart, but I don't know that you could see it. You shouldn't be able to see it since you're driving. Of course you couldn't see it because you're driving, of course.
I'm multifaceted over here, but you know I'm not done yet, Indra. I got some words of encouragement for the family, if you don't mind.
Go. All systems are go.
Let's go. Oh, well, all right. A conversation nonetheless of sacred, words cast from the calm through the palms of ancient. Whether inspired by the light or the dark of the grave, they say you can rule the world if mind is far from enslaved. Find savior in your sacrifice, declare and remain. The gift is all you are, and your heart is the grain. If the matter was of time, would you condense in a day all the power you have to give and uplift while you stay? In this place of this turf, you matter, that which you know. And the blood of your prayer bears the fruit from which it grows. Prepare, take breath, you don't need eyes to see. There is purpose to your presence in every thought you breed. Believe. Let's go, y'all. Prayer.
Love it. I want to be like Darius.
I know. We want to grow up and be like you, Darius.
Yeah.
It's a secret. It's a secret passion of mine that I want to be able to rap, and a lot of people laugh when I try to rap. So just kudos to you, and that is amazing. I know it's a secret passion of mine. Everybody in the space is probably laughing. The Disney princess wants to rap. That's what I've been referred to.
Listen, that was some super follow alpha from Indra live in the spaces, guys. That was amazing.
Hey, thanks so much, Darius, for always bringing so much good vibes into the space, and also sharing so many good things with us, and highlighting our other speakers here. You always do that, so really appreciate that energy in the community spirit, as always. There it is, Darius. And one day you better teach me how to rap so I can shock everyone here in this space and give them a laugh.
Freestyles, positivity,
that's right.
vibes, right?
As Dan knows, I can sing. but the wrapping needs a little bit of work. Yeah, everybody, a
Listen,
billion
that
laughing
says a lot
emojis.
about you guys. That says a lot about you guys to be able to recognize everyone. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you guys as well. I'm gonna put the mirror right back up to you. Let's effing go.
Awesome having you in the space. So let's welcome, hey, Dr. J is in the house. Whoa, welcome, Dr. J, to this power of community spirit topic. And I'm sure you've got lots of wonderful thoughts on this. Welcome, my friend.
Well, hello, everyone. Look at all of your smiling faces. If you saw me right this minute, my grin is huge. And wow, Darius, I'm going to be joining Indra in the how do you do that direction. And I'll be talking about Jason going, yes, to be a teacher is to step into a space and see what gaps need to be filled. And if we're looking at what we got as children, adolescents, young adults, I spent a lot of time working with big adults today and helping them fill in the gap in my favorite topic. And this community has wondrous energy, and everybody comes in and takes their recognized space, and we become this larger sum of parts. We really are holistic in that direction. And this is just an honor to be in here with everybody.
Thanks so much, Donna, for gracing us with your presence, with your celestial presence, I'm going to say. You just sort of floated in here. Floated around, and said those beautiful words. So love having you here in the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And hey, everyone, love having all of you. And I am like a little kid with candy, playing with this chat feature and reading all of your comments in here. Thank you so much for sharing. Really love it so very much. There are so many things. I mean, there is everything in here. There's not just chats and comments. There's videos, there's visuals, there's something really beautiful. There's some beautiful quotes in here as well. You guys have just loaded up that chat, and I am just beyond loving it. It is incredible. So have fun in the chat feature. If you haven't had a chance, jump in there and respond to a new person. Post something yourself, or just share how you're enjoying this space, because we are truly blessed to have you all in this space and discussing the power of community spirit, because really the power is the connection of all of us and all that we bring to the table with our incredible energy and our presence. So I really love this conversation. I've also been enjoying meeting all the new speakers that have come up today. It's really wonderful to hear new voices. And Rev, are you able to speak, or are you free at the moment? Love to hear your thoughts if you are free.
Well, I'm 1995 actually, but I'm not free, but I'm not super expensive. But I am just well, you know what? Let's everybody stretch, stand up. You got to do the hokey pokey, right, Ron? You put your left foot in. You know what I mean? You got to do that. You got to get that thing stretched out there a little bit. Work out those knots and kinks. And wait, we don't talk about that here at the Positivity Vibe Tribe, do we? And just make sure that you're having a really good time. Ooh, kinks. Dr. J. Never mind. Anyway, everybody just laugh, have a good time, stretch, go find someone you love, tell them about the Positivity Vibe Tribe. I just had like some fiery like chicken dish from that thing that might rhyme with Trader Joe's or something like that. Just a delicious lunch while I'm listening to this. You can do that at your desk at lunch. You can have your friends do this, at your desk at lunch. And definitely check out the super follows. I plan on being such a big star in Hollywood that in a year, Indra will have to, have me as an exclusive guest on there. So you definitely check out the super follows, and you want to join the Vibe Tribe. How could you not want to join the Vibe Tribe? All these people in here, if you're not joining the Vibe Tribe, I'm going to knock on your proverbial Twitter door and say, what's going on? Join us. How about that, Indra? I can talk.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for joining us in your lunch break, Rev. What a blessing it is. And thank you for promoting my super followers status. I'm super excited about this super followers thing. And I can't tell you how much excitement I was running around in all the preparation that we had our first super followers space last week. And well, actually, at the beginning of this week, it was Tuesday. It was a blast, and we really kind of got into so much behind the scenes. We were talking about Hollywood. We were talking about my journey as a TV host. We even covered off some things. We ended up talking about the journey of healthy nutrition. I was sharing some insights of growing up with a nutritionist mother. I was covering off consulting, working for major companies, riding around for a short time as a jet setter and project manager, and so many different topics, and also some things that I was sharing with the super followers about some of the things that I've been doing with my personal brand, and they really found that interesting. I didn't think it was that interesting, but if it was helpful, I hope it was really helpful to them, and it looks like they've got some homework now to do. So that was amazing. So I cannot tell you how excited I am about the super followers status, and it is a monthly paid subscription. So thank you so much, Rev, for reminding me about that. Let's have a quick trip up to the nest because there is oh, great. Bunsen and Beaker Jason posted a wonderful video, and it's the graduation speech video, which is up there in the nest. So I'm personally going to watch that. I am so excited. And what really touched my heart, what you just shared, Jason, was that a lot of the material and resources from this Positivity Vibe Tribe community you took on and influenced your creation of your speech. And thank you to the incredible speakers here. Thank you to the guests that we have and all their resources. And thank you to a lot of the things that are posted in this community. It is a collective effort from everybody. So really appreciate that. And everybody, make sure you check that out. Then also our wonderful Positivity partners, Bunsen and Beaker, have a space coming up later this afternoon. So it is up in the nest, and I'm definitely going to be hanging out in that space, picking up all those good vibes. There's also a thread posted up there that Ron posted up that I created this morning about thoughts and other stuff. And then there's also, what else is there? There should be, there's a super followers thing, which is the monthly subscription. You guys know all about that, yada, yada, yada. And of course, the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. Now, somebody just in the chat was having issues trying to click on that. So I posted that down in the chat. There is actually a link down in that chat feature of the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. If you would like to join, we are over 6,400, members, and growing strong every single day. So much gratitude to you guys for a lot of you are inviting other people and into the community because you're enjoying what we have in the community. And let me tell you that this is truly the essence of community, that you as members are sharing with others and inviting others into this beautiful community because you are enjoying it and you want to share the experience. So special thank you. Many of you have reached out to me and asked for links and how do you share it and how do you invite people. And we are so happy as part of the team here to help you with any of those questions, and so much gratitude in helping us grow and spread the good vibes. And then the other thing up in the nest is our sponsors, Wordsmith Pakistan, who are the sponsors of this show. Thank you so much to them for everything that they do. They are truly masterful in content creation. And so if you need any help with that, a great example is the design on my YouTube channel. that has the they have created those designs uniquely, and the different colors, so that can stand out. And then I'm not sure, I can't find, there is a post for my YouTube channel, but I don't see that. Guys, if you want to check out my YouTube channel, just head over to my profile, and there's a link there that goes to my YouTube channel, and there are guided meditations, guided affirmations, and also just great interviews that I'm capturing, and then kind of lessons learned on my journey here. And since I've been 12, reading about self-development, and since I was 5, I was actually meditating with my mother, even though I didn't realize I was meditating then. I thought I was just sitting quietly. But yeah, so many things that I was learning along the way. So do check out those videos on my YouTube channel, and maybe before the end of the space, I'll go and find the link. And
it's up there now, Indra.
Oh, great! Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Ron. Okay, so Ron's just posted it up to the nest, the YouTube channel. If you want to check out all those goodies, they are up there. Okay, so let's get back to our discussion on the power of positivity. I do want to just highlight some things. I've been looking at this, at all the wonderful posts here. I'm going to read out a few things. Lance has shared something beautiful here. We are spearheads of the universe. We break through any kind of struggles and stress obstacles in one's life. Leaders always lead the way, so let's forge our way going forward, thrive and push forward together. Okay, that is amazing. And Dan has just given us a update. His luggage is found. Yay! So happy that was found. So this is just too much fun having this chat feature here. We can get
yes,
at the moment live updates on what's happening with Dan's luggage. Right.
It's a whole new world in terms of this. I haven't. I mean, I've been in other spaces where they've had it, but this is PVT. It's just great. Exactly. My sentiments exactly.
Okay, the whole space is celebrating, Dan, that you have your luggage back. We're seriously concerned, and thank goodness it is back. Ron. Oh my gosh. Okay, you've got all sorts of sound effects going on there, Dan. Wow, I'm seriously.
Oh, I thought it was Rev.
It's Dan.
It's Dan. Wow.
Okay, Dan has some serious sound effects going on over there. I don't know what you're doing, but. Okay, I actually think he's roboting. What do you think, Ron?
I think it's he doesn't mean to be doing this. I think he hit that one button where you voice effects, whatever, maybe, perhaps.
Oh.
If he, yeah. Or he's become
a robot.
Possessed. Yeah, or possessed.
Okay.
He has that possession voice.
There's a couple of variables that we are suspecting.
There he is.
You're back. Yeah, okay, great. Yay, Dan is back.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not know what the magic wand button is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Dan, now you sound like you've been sucking on helium.
Yeah.
Like, those helium balloons, and then you take a big breath, and then you breathe, and then you start speaking. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that a fun thing to do?
Anything can happen in the Positivity Vibe Tribe, everybody. Anything is possible.
Lance.
Okay. Oh, you're back, Dan. You are back
Yeah.
as a real human being.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back.
Yay! Sorry, Lance.
Yeah, we were just like thinking, what is going on? Like there were various scenarios that were running through Ron's head. He did mention like being possessed at one point.
Had that possession voice.
Yes.
You hear in horror movies.
Right. The terror voice, or else, yeah. But we're happy that you're back, or you were drinking helium quickly. Okay, Dan, did you want to share on anything that now that you're back to being Dan?
Yeah, well, I guess I wanted to share that at the bottom there's a icon I never noticed. I've always seen the community one, and I've always seen the hearts, and then now the chat. And I don't know if this is a new thing, but there's like a little magic wand, and I must have hit it, and it like changes your voice. So that's fun. But yeah, just in gratitude for having my luggage found. It was really nice earlier to just be able to talk about how we can stay cool in kind of stressful situations, and then things just handle themselves, and I got to meet somebody else who apparently has the same kind of luggage, so get to meet new people.
That's it. A positive outcome. Love it. Hey, Darius, I see your hand up. Chime
Hey,
in.
beautiful people. I just got the most long-winded phone call. You know how people give you those? They just call out of the blue, long-winded. Everything is everything at that very moment. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
The good thing is, Darius, we have the replay.
That's what I'm talking about.
The replay button. When you're driving around and you're thinking, what can I listen to? I need to catch up on the Positivity Vibe Tribe. So that is available, of course. So you can always check that out and catch up if you feel like, maybe I missed out on something. But the main newsflash was that I was in playing, and I know Ron and Rev, and pretty much everybody in this space, you are guilty of playing in that chat. And I love it. Just don't stop playing and having that joyful play in the chat mode down the bottom, which is on the far right-hand corner. If any of you haven't discovered that bubble, and thanks, Lance. Lance, the latest comment in there on the commentary is Lance just shared that love the sound of the sound effects. This made his day. Laugh out loud. Whether purposeful or not, the sound effects were appreciated. I just saw Rev's comment in there too. I'm catching up on so many things. There are just so many beautiful posts in this chat feature. And Ron, I don't think our spaces will ever be the same again because now we're exposed to the chat.
Exactly, never. But we'll learn. We'll learn to be seamless in our focus on both, the actual space and that chat, that wonderful chat.
Absolutely love it, Darius.
It's the live by live, play by play. But have you guys noticed our PFPs? Just take a quick glance at all of our PFPs. Have you noticed that the majority of us have at least a smirk or a smile on our faces? That's completely hilarious.
Love it.
It's the positivity, man.
It's a Positivity Vibe Tribe. Absolutely. Dr. J looks actually very cheeky. The way she's got her hand, she's leaning on her chin. That's very, very cheeky,
Cheek.
Dr. J. Yeah, cheek. In fact, cheeky. Loving it. Don't stop. Go ahead, Ron.
Sometimes, I don't think there's anyone in here right now, but sometimes someone will have a look that like pierces like through my soul. It's a weird. It's just like they're just like they're looking at me, and I'm just it's crazy.
It's like the Mona Lisa stare.
Exactly.
Like, okay, so you can stand over here and look at the profile pic, and it's still looking at you. It doesn't matter where you go. Wow, I love it. Hey, Lance's on fire in the chat. Everybody, get in the chat and and have fun. Oh, I love that. Okay, so everybody is just writing so many amazing things. Rev just posted, thank you everyone who joined us today. Much love to you all. Love it. Love the stuff in this. I'm just going crazy. I'm going to have to go back and even read it in more detail. It is incredible having this chat feature. And like I said, we are just like little kids running around with it at the moment. Wow, what an incredible space it has been. And hey, everybody, if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, please do check it out. It's up in the nest, the very first thing that you go to, which is when I'm talking about the nest, the dots above Rev and Ron's head up above. If you scroll through that, the very first one is the connection to my YouTube channel where I interview guests, have guided meditations and affirmations, and also I share some lessons learned that I'm doing at the moment. So would love your subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, as it's still growing and early days. All right, so we're going to head over to Shah. Shah, did you want to share something? We're starting to like wrap up the space, so if we could kind of keep it short, concise, keep the vibe flowing. Oh, actually, you've just fallen off as a speaker. Let's see if we can get you back on there. Technical difficulties are happening today, but it's all good, right? It's all good. I think we have you now, Shah. Did you want to share something as we start to wrap this space up?
Yes, sir. I was missing your talking. So I want to give you something about the student, a very positive and very good things about how to teach the kids in the school. Because we do not have these proper things within a distant and far off areas, to get proper training how to teach the small children in the school. So this is a very profitable space, and this is only for the teachers, because teacher is the key of the community, how motivate and build the community. I think the other thing I do over here, that I affiliated my school to the forest department, where the forest department give us trees, and also the agricultural fruit plants and forest plant. So the students participate 2 times in a year, one in the monsoon August and in a March month. So the students participate in this to green our village. The student will be sincere to their environment when they construct in its environment with their hand in the future. The other thing, we should give them the training in the school how to make a kitchen garden. So I planted some samples for the students. They look daily. The plants are pumpkin, and some samples, 2-3 plants of tomato. We give collectively water to these plants. They see these plants of tomatoes. They see the pumpkins. They see the lady finger. Only this is a small kitchen garden where you will see only 4 and 5 ladies finger plants, 2 tomato plant, and some pumpkin. So this is my contribution to my community.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing all the different vegetables and also teaching the children how to plant all those things. That's very valuable. Thank you so much, Shah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to go around the room and see if there's any last words. Lance, what are your thoughts on the power of community spirit that's been happening in this space?
Hey, I'm back. My thoughts on the space today, Indra, is just oh my God. I feel like I'm going. If you've ever seen the whole entire thing with Astro Boy back in the day, it was just, I feel like I have my rocket boosters on and just love, light, and joy and blessings with everybody, and that's been connected in this space. Has been one powerful space. So thank you for all listeners, speakers, moderators, new moderators, and Indra, you that created the space. Thank you so much.
Nice. Thank you so much, Lance, and thank you so much for sharing. It's been so much fun to have you and Karen in the space, of course. Always a joy.
Yes, I'm still here, Indra. Thank you. It's been a wonderful, very productive and inspiring space today, I think, with everybody that's been sharing. Thank you so much to everybody who's been not just speaking, but listening, and your whole PVT team. And of course, you are, like I said before, you are an anchor of light in this world. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, with love, light, and angel blessings sent to everyone.
Love it, Karen. Love it so much. Thank you guys for attending. Yeah, we get 2 for the price of 1 here with Lance and Karen, as always. So blessed.
You're
Dan,
welcome.
Thank you.
Dan, did you have any last thoughts on this amazing community, power of community spirit space?
Yeah, I loved the depth and the breadth of everything that was talked about, and especially, I guess, for me, like the experience, I definitely want to listen to the replay because I want to get that humor that everybody else was hearing when I was discovering a voice changer. So that was fun. Now I just might have to open a space later and like be a monster. I don't know, but it's very much appreciated this space.
Thank you so much for attending, and particularly since you are in travel mode, it even means so much more that you were able to make the space and be part of this incredible topic. Rev, are you able to say anything, or are you crazy busy or driving or in motion? Okay, I think Rev is busy, but he did say that he did thank everybody for being in the space in the chat mode. Ron, what are your last wrap-up thoughts about this incredible journey we've been on here?
Well, I think that the community provides everyone something beneficial and is advantageous to be in it and to be positive overall. And I do just want to say one thing, that if there's anyone out there that wanted to speak but you feel too nervous, please don't be. Just think of it as being excited, because this is a very inclusive place to speak, and no reason to be afraid or shy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Indra.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ron. Okay, I am just so full of gratitude for this moment, for this incredible space. Thank you so much to the co-hosts, Rev and Ron, for all that you do. Amazing. Also, thank you to the community moderators. We did have some of them drop in and out. Thank you to the incredible speakers that have been here. There are a couple more requests, but we are wrapping up the space because I have to go and do a meeting and work on my movie. I'm so sorry. And please come back on Monday evening, which is the next time we will be holding a space. Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Would love to have you guys in the space then and continue. We may even have a guest. Let's see what happens. We do try to have as many guests as we can, and just depending on schedule. So we will be back Monday evening for the next Positivity Vibe Tribe space. Also, check out the Nest. You can also check out all the stuff that's up there. My YouTube videos are up there in a link. The links to the community. There is also the space that I'm going to hop over to later on in the day, which is with our partner Bunsen and Beaker, for your dose of positivity. If you're in the mood for a little bit of positivity, get over there. And then thank you to our, of course, our sponsors, Wordsmith Pakistan, and thank you everybody. Like, as a community, this is just such a wonderful space. I want to also not just thank our speakers, because you guys really have contributed so many beautiful thoughts to this space, but I want to thank our listeners for listening and for bringing your incredible energy to this space. So thank you guys so much. It's been an incredible space. And until next time, I am sending you love, light, and blessings.
Have a good day, everyone.